what if they say like, yeah, like, well, it sounds like a no-brainer. Like, why are you guys teaching people this as opposed to just doing it yourself?
Well, because we have, right? We've taught a lot of people, we've done it ourselves. But once you do it yourself so long, you hit a cap, right? Like right now, you know how you hit a cap at your job or you hit a cap with your properties? We help you get out of that cap. But guess what? Once you do it yourself as well, there's even more levels to that, right? So enough about me. Why are you on this call then?
Mm,
You're just reframing their bullshit. Like you're reframing it as in, well, because we hit a cap. So you're basically putting your authority back up again. We already hit a cap. So we need to teach somebody to make, make more money as well. You know what I mean? And then you flip it back to them.
yeah.
But what do you think they'll say to that? Like truthfully, if you were a prospect, what would you say right there and then?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I mean, I like how you guys want to teach people. My concern is like, once you start teaching people, aren't they going to be your competitors as well?
Well, the good thing is we're so good that we don't have competitors. Right? I'm not trying to, toot my own horn here. That's why we're teaching others how to become as good as us, right? Or even better, who cares, right? As long as we're all making money, right? So at least for you, like, why are you in the Airbnb space then?
That's good. I like that.
You could
I
just
guess it's
like
coming
low-key
from a
just lie your
frame
way
like,
out.
what was that?
I said you could just bullshit your way out, to be honest. You say like what they say. It's how you say it. If you say it with confidence, they'd be like,
Hmm.
it doesn't even matter what you say. But if you stutter saying that, well, it's because it's because we're just so good that we want to help other people. They can be like, the fuck.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like I probably have to hit the magnesium because it's definitely the just like, oh shit, why did they say that? But then I could just say something like, yeah, that's a good question. Like, I mean, we could take over the market, but that just depends on personality traits. I mean, is it something that you want to do? Like, do you want to just learn the whole entire skills and not tell your friends and your enemies?
It's a good way of thinking it. That's a good way. I like you could frame it back, but then again, would that move the self forward?
Yeah, I don't
Like, would
know.
it? Do you think it would?
I'm more just trying to challenge their belief system. Like, why wouldn't you tell anyone that why wouldn't you tell anyone that this works for?
Say that again.
I mean, if this is a really good, I mean, knowing like with what was I gonna say? Yeah, like knowing that the arbitrage model is really really good. Like, why wouldn't we be telling everybody? Wouldn't you?
Mm, yeah. Yeah, you could do that too, right? Which is a low key better, like that. But obviously, it just depends how you say it as well. I feel like any of those three could work, and then you
Yeah,
go back into like to not the script but the framework. Like, okay, they asked that, irrelevant,
yeah.
and if they're asking questions like that, you can kind of see what kind of person they are now.
Yeah, I know what the question is. It's just like it's a trust thing. It's a trust
Yeah.
question. Like, what's in it for you?
Yeah, that's a trust question. Yeah, let her go. Very exactly. Like, why are you helping me out? If this is so good, why aren't you doing it yourself? That only somebody who is scary as fuck and very, what's the word called?
Skeptical?
Skeptical would ask that question. Or what's the point of these questions? What kind of prospect is that?
Um,
That's
no,
more on the
no
A type.
trust. A
Low
type?
trust, A type.
Yeah,
The only way you can get a B type to say that is if you're asking honestly a little too bad. Like if you're too direct, too quick. You know what I mean? But if you're following your process, all good, then yeah, the more A type, right? And that's how
I
you're
feel
gonna
like that's what I
figure.
need to go back to because I need to be repeating the script over and over in my head
Yeah,
because
that's what it's been help. I've been doing that. I've been doing that over and over again. And if you think about it, I've noticed on myself as well that when I'm on a call, I like to switch the words around because I feel like I sound scripted. But the only reason why that is because I sound scripted to myself. But they don't even know what I'm saying. They don't even know what I'm gonna say next. You know what I mean? So I just literally, if you just repeat it, you keep using the same words, nothing changes. How can you not get good at that specific area?
the only problem I have right now is. I do repeat the script like every day. It's just I have to
You switch it up.
switch to go to do physio, then I have to switch to do other shit. It's so hard to like concentrate literally for like an hour for me.
Wow. Then before you get on the call after physio, I'd say read the script once or twice. Reframe your brain again.
Mm, yeah.
You read it out, like, okay, I know all of this. Yeah, let's keep going. And then you go.
Mm,
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing today? There you go. You're going with the script.
mm. So you got like an onboarding tomorrow
I got it
for
today. It was for this offer. Pretty good offer, actually, it looks. It's very different. Very it's B2C and B2B. You know, for Airbnb, literally. Fucking Airbnb is exploding or something
oh, you're
nowadays.
doing Airbnb as well. Nice.
Yeah, it's Airbnb. It's pretty cool. Now, it's 8% cash collected on the info product, which is 6K. And for like if we help them manage their property, it's $100 each property. If I get a call, they got five properties, I get $500. But if it's five of them, if I get five in 1 week, each property I already got would be an extra $50. So if I got five, that'd be what like what? Four. Wait, what's 150, three, six, 750. Plus the cash collected 8% on the 6K, and then you get a base pay as well of 1K.
Mm, that's,
And yeah,
oh, is this from Facebook?
no, this is from actually a recruiter that I got. I think it was
Because
through Close.io actually.
I saw this on Facebook. It sounds very familiar.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I mean, he was on Facebook, the guy. I think he got my info through Close.io though, and then he DM'd me. He was like, "Hey, this Peter, right?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, Wait, how did you get my stuff again?" He was like, "I have your email right here," and I was like, "Yeah, definitely Close.io." I just kept applying to the same ones. I think I applied to like seven of them around 4 or 5 times again,
on
over
Close
and over
Island.
again. Yeah, I do the same on nomadic closers. I did that with nomadic closers. There was for this music one. They said they liked my shit, but they want to see like what kind of music background I have. I just said how I played a band, but it's like I mean I don't think I need music. I can sell that shit. I'll just be like,
Yeah,
yeah, man, I love a Young Thug or some shit. Um, but yeah, honestly, it really is just confidence and not caring, not
it
giving too many
is.
fucks.
Yeah, I have to
And
really attach myself out of the money and just be like, how can I help you?
attached to what gets you the money, which is yourself, which is being better in the space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get rid of the fucking money. You just get good at, okay, let me do this. Right? When you're doing a call, well, what happened? Why didn't they show up? See why are you fucked up and tighten that area at all times. Like I said, I feel like what our bad area is we feel scripted to ourselves that we change each call. How are we ever gonna master it if we're just changing the call instead of trusting ourselves? That
Mm.
comes from not trusting ourselves. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just have to pretty much like just build from the ground up and be like, hey Pete, do you hear me? Can you see me? Like, how's
Yeah.
it going?
But the good thing is, you already trained active listening. You already trained what you need in the questions. You already trained a lot of aspects. It's just the fundamentals. And I was realizing I was like a concrete worker. I was thinking to myself, like you know how there's some concrete workers who just make some cool ass designs, right? Like there's
Mm,
some really beautiful designs for the floor, panels, walls, right?
yeah,
Imagine that we are the ones drawing on it, making it beautiful, but we
yeah,
forgot the iron rods, we forgot everything, the fundamentals, and it just collapsed, right?
mm,
That's us. We are
mm,
not using the fundamentals, which makes ourselves collapse. And you know
yeah,
why we don't use our fundamentals? Because we ourselves feel like we're too salesy, which we're not, but it's just internally. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because we're like, so, it's essentially just we're self-sabotaging ourselves because we don't
Yeah.
believe in the process.
Yeah, we're not trusting the process at all.
It's because
Is
we
it?
haven't seen success in the last
Yeah.
6 months. It's just like, does this really work? Sorry, it does
Yeah.
work, but it's not
It
consistent enough.
is not consistent enough, and it not being like whenever the best month I had, like when I got 4K, it wasn't that much, right? But I got 4K and comms and all that good shit. The one thing I noticed that all my calls sounded the exact same. 90% show up rate, 80% convo to set rate, a 25% close rate on set calls. Think about that, 25%. That's pretty good as a setter. And all of my calls were just the same thing. I done mastered it. But I got so self-conscious they all sounded the same. I started switching it up because I was like, am I like, you know what? Maybe I'm like, why am I sounding the same? I felt scripted. The next month, plummeted, right? Meaning just stick to the same shit. There's no need to change our process. You already know what to do. It's just putting it into action.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense because the fact that I've only got like with the Chinese offer, it's only one or two calls every day or every second day.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay consistent if there's no reps. Because on average, if you're doing part-time or full-time, it's between 3 to 5 calls a day. Like I'm nowhere near that.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Say the beginning part again.
Right now, with the Chinese offer, it's like
Yeah.
one or two calls every second day, average.
Hmm.
So it's hard to
Well,
stay
no damn
consistent.
wonder. Yeah. That's why I tell you, leave your fitness offer and get a different offer. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, right, good, true. But you still said, "Oh, I'm gonna leave in a week." Come on, Phil, what the fuck?
Or like this
Um,
today and tomorrow is my last day, so
okay, good. And put yeah, because you need to put the work where it's supposed to be, or you could have made the fitness program work. Did you send the Google Docs that I sent to you?
I read like one line and then I was just like, oh, I'll have to read it later.
Like I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, share your screen.
Um, okay. Can you still see the box?
It's loading.
Okay. So literally the basics in terms of all of this. Okay. Now first I'm gonna go with this identity ladder right here. Okay. Like right now. We are more on these two right here. That I show up and I need I need a higher closer rate. Obviously, you can see what this means. Disposable, the pawn, replaceable, the closer only. The operator is like the next step, right? Which is I control inputs in terms of you will track your show rates, your leads, you track what kind of objections they gave you, what kind of answers they gave you, why did they ask you that question, what did you do wrong? And this is the operator that literally finds every single leak in the call, repairs it, fixes it, refines it, and then done,
Yeah.
right? And then the partner being I tie activity to net revenue. Now, this is in case, let's say the day. Now, this is like more of a literally a partner. This is a business owner right here. Doesn't fucking matter if you have no calls, you dial. If you have no leads, you find leads. You call and you make something up. You call the no shows. You call the fucking people who rescheduled, who canceled, all that shit, right? This is the person that June was. Why do you think June made almost 200K in commissions in just 8 months of working? Like a few years ago was because he was a partner. You know how he told us sometimes he'd literally do his own ads? Fuck. He would call leads. He'd fucking rebook. He was just active day in and day out instead of when there's nothing going on, we get on our phones waiting for the next opportunity, which is pawn, right? But then we focus on why the fuck is our close rate not so high? Why is this going on? Closer. But when have we been an operator? And how are we gonna get good? Do you
Mm,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Meaning, if you can go from an operator and to a partner, this is the big sauce. Like it made me realize how small closing really is. It's nothing. You know what I mean? Closing is baby shit. Obviously, closing is if you could just close for your offer, that's really good. Good for you. But in sales, there's gonna be times where you have to humble yourself and just ring to make commissions no matter what. You know what I mean? There's a reason why most closers who have a good pipeline, 33% of their commissions come from follow-ups. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Like Lawand, he made 10K. He said 33% of it came from follow-ups. If not, he would have made around what, like
Seven.
6,700 bucks?
Right.
But he made another 3,300 bucks. You know what I mean? Imagine that. An extra 3,300 bucks USD because you followed up. because you were a sales guy who knows everything, right? That's why I think about it. I'm like, we're thinking too much of the money aspect. How are we ever gonna get good in terms of getting the show rate, right? Getting the follow-ups, and obviously as a closer, depending how, understand if the person didn't close, what were your financing options? Like in terms of financings, what can you tell your team? Which is basically a partner now. You're telling them, hey, I didn't get this closed because we didn't have this XYZ. Um, and even if the fucking if it's like 6K and all they have was like 500 to invest, that's fucking money. Make a
Mm.
payment plan. Get the close rate up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, talk to your business owner. Let them know why it would be a good idea, of course. You know what I'm saying? And make it fucking happen. You know what I mean? You get that closing, they got the onboarding, you get them committed. Next steps is how can you make them pay in full in the next month or two? You know what I mean? How can I, you know what I mean? You already have them at the door. So there's little areas where everything matters. You know what I mean? And it's not even big things. It's just really being the like I said, the net revenue, right? If you think about it more as a partner, how do I tie it into net revenue? The close rate, it goes away, and then you find a way how to get more revenue into the business. That's all you think about. Which everything else goes away. Fuck the close rate, fuck this, fuck that. Obviously, you not in that way, but that's not your biggest concern. That means all of this becomes natural to you in a way. You know what I mean? Which made me realize, like, wow, we are here struggling how to fucking close, but there's steps into this shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, once you understand the that front end, you start to see it in a bigger picture. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly. And you realize that what we're aiming for is so tiny. Why are we stressing about it? Just get good internally, and that's
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Fuck oh, I need the money, I want this. It'll come after you get all this down.
Mm.
And I was like, no fucking wonder. I review my calls just because of how can I make more money instead of being how can I be better? How can my next call be better? Which
Feel
goes
like,
down into data and numbers doesn't lie. So
yeah.
I'll tell you, write it down what happened so you can tie up that spot. Like whenever you tell me how like the people are telling me, why are you asking me that, this and that, you probably said something that made them alert. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So go over that. Whenever you told me about, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, how this prospect says something to you, and I was like, well, because you weren't specific enough, and you were like, oh, right, that's why. You know what I mean? Just
Mm.
look back. What could you have done better? Why did they say that? And boom, you know? And with objection handling, it's pretty easy as well. I mean, all you gotta think about, at least right now, until you get really good at it. Okay, well, money aside, do you think this could even help you?
Mm.
Yes. Okay, so if you had no money, you'd do this, right? Yes. Why? XYZ. Okay. So money aside, is that the only thing that's really stopping you from actually learning Mandarin so you could be able to talk to your people in California and actually not feel embarrassed not being able to speak your tradition or whatever the fuck it's called? Yes. Okay. So let's see what we can do, right? Because I don't want money to stop you from being where you want to be, right? Because I know California, but maybe you'll go to China. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to learn something like this, especially being Chinese, right? So, in terms of it being too expensive, it is more of a like I have the money, but I don't want to put 5,000 into learning Mandarin for myself and the people around me. Or is it more, oh, I don't have 5K at all. Oh, I don't have 5K. Okay, not an issue, and I appreciate your honesty. So if I could manage a way to make these into smaller installments, would you do this? No. Why not? Well, I mean, it still sounds like a lot of money. So now you know what it is, value, right? They say yes. Okay, now you know it was just money logistics, right? There you go. Boom. Now you track that down. Now you got the money logistics, but you don't have the payment plan for that. Now you know to tell your partner, your business owner, hey, we need this in place. Because I could have gone to close and it would have gone to revenue up. Boom.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. More, that's more like instead of thinking as a closer, it's more thinking like, okay, like this is our data. This is what went right. This is what went wrong. Can we fix this as a partner versus as a closer? Because a closer would be thinking, I could have closed a deal. A partner would have been like, okay, how do we make sure this doesn't happen again?
Exactly.
Same outcome, but different thought process.
Yeah, literally. Same outcome, different follow process. Now you're getting a higher closure percentage because now you have a new payment plan, or now you have a higher closing percentage because now you understand where you fucked up in the call.
Yeah.
Overall, you're just tracking it down and you're getting more revenue into the door, which you make money, the operator makes money, and now you are a machine.
When someone says they think about it, is it more you did something in the discovery that made them want to think about?
Usually, I mean, you can say that, but just seek to understand first. You know what I mean? The point of
Mm.
objection handling is to understand why their objection is that in the first place and how you could help them, all right?
Yeah,
So what were
I
you
think
saying? I need to think about it.
before we do that, like actually let's do that first, and I will give you what my reasoning is. Yeah, I just want to think about it as a big investment, and I want to take a couple of days to think about it.
Okay, yeah, not an issue, man, and I don't blame you, right? It is a new commitment to being the new you that you want to be, right? But yeah, do tell me, I mean, in those next few days, but what exactly are you thinking about?
Yeah, I just never spent that amount of money before, and it's a big investment, so I feel like I need a bit of time just to see if this actually would work for me.
Ah, okay, okay, no issues, man, and thank you for your transparency. But at least for right now, like money aside, do you think that what we do could even help you in the first place? Because that's the most important part for me.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, and why is that?
Yeah, I just feel like your program has like a lot to offer, and I like the whole idea that you guys have the accountability, the feedback, and just the course curriculum that can help.
Okay, I mean, with all these placements in place, with the accountability, the systems in place, you believe that we can definitely help you make that 15-20K in Airbnb, right? A month.
Yeah,
Okay. So if you did have the full amount, would this be something you'd be doing right now? Like, you know what? Yep, I'm gonna do it right now because I know this can help me.
yeah,
Yeah? Okay. So with the money then, right? Is there anything else that's stopping you as well, or is it just really the money?
yeah, pretty much
Just
that.
the money. Okay. So when you say it's the money, I know you mentioned you've never spent this much on something, which I understand, right? My first time was my heart was pounding, I was almost shitting myself, right? But is this more of a I have the 5K, look, I have the 6K to invest, but it's too much, or is it that we just don't have the full 6K amount?
It's a bit of both, actually.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've got the investment, but yeah, it's a big amount to go to spend on like a language program. I mean, on an
Mm,
Airbnb program.
okay. And it's a lot compared to what exactly?
Yeah, just compared to just like, you know, any kind of stuff when you're learning something. I would have thought it would be like 3K.
Okay. Well, why do you think it'd be 3K?
You know what? Just feel like I need that money just to delegate to like rent and furnishing and like securing deals on different types of property.
Hmm. Okay. So right now, if it's not too personal, like how much money do we have in the bank right now? Because I don't want you to eat ramens for the next couple of months.
Yeah, like liquid, it'd be like 3 to 10K.
So like, you don't know the exact amount?
Like 3 to 10K.
So it's 3 to 10K. Do you know the exact amount?
Yeah, but I don't feel confident sharing it.
Oh, why not, man?
It
What
just seems
happened?
like a personal thing. It's hard to like
Hmm.
give it out.
Yeah, no, well, look, I appreciate your honesty, man. Okay. But the reason why I ask is because I want to make sure we can help you here, right? I don't want price being the thing that stops you from making 20K a month, right?
Yeah,
So you just tell me, man, like if it's not honestly, like how much money would you say you have right now? Just so I can see how I can help you and see how we can maneuver things.
like 8K.
You have 8K. Okay. So if you put 6K right now, you'd be left with 2K. And how would that look like in terms of rent, money, and all that stuff?
Well, yeah, based on what you were saying, you need around like 10 to 20K liquid in cash. So I'll only have 2K for furnishing and rent.
Okay. So furnishing and rent. Huh. Okay. And how much do you make in profits a month then? That you
Like this,
keep rent aside, all that, like how much do you take home for yourself in your bank account a month?
like 4K.
4K. Okay. So 4K. So if you pay 6K right now, you have 2K. You go into the you have your 4K. You have 6K by the next month again, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Can I share with you a perspective then?
sure.
Let's say you do put the 6K down, right? In the whole first month, we go over all the education, right? What you need to do. So on the next month, once you have the money again, we can then start executing and actually start making money, right? Because in the end of the day, I know you said 6K is a lot of money, but if you compare it to making 20K a month, is it really that much money?
No,
No, right? And I want to be able to actually help you. Okay? So, yeah. Do you want to do low key? I feel kind of bad taking the whole piff. Would you take the piff here, or do you think you'd split it?
I like how you approached it because in your head, I don't know what you're thinking about. I didn't know you were thinking that because you were going through the problem solving route, and I like that. But the fact that you had that in your head, that's what I have in my head. Like, fuck, I don't want to take the piff.
Okay, you didn't want to take the piff, right? You wanted to half it, right?
Well, then
Or
I
you
just,
didn't want to pay at all.
just a bit of context. Like, we teach you how to use 0% business cards so you can leverage off credit. So,
Wait, say that
like,
one more time.
yeah, so ideally, like the our clientele that we're looking for, and I'm saying this as if I'm like hiding some stuff. I don't want to share too much. That's like the ICP that I was presenting. So I was like, yeah, based on it, like I should have told you this before, but yeah, based on like what we do is we help leverage your credit score as well. And based on what I'm seeing, you've got
Oh,
a credit
okay.
score of like
So
680.
go.
So based on that, we can actually help. If you don't have liquid cash, perfectly fine. That's what we teach. And what we guarantee is by 3 months, you get your first property. So you can leverage that after the after the um after the 3 months, and you have lifetime access to our community. So it comes down to in the end, like, do you actually have full conviction that we can actually get you there? Because we're not going to
Yeah,
be like,
okay. Makes sense. That's easy. Okay, makes more sense. I just went that route because I wasn't thinking about that. You know what I mean? Some people don't have that kind of thing in place, but if you
I
have that
would
in
I
place,
would I would also say something like, well, based on like your situation, do you feel like there's anyone else out there that's worse off than you that's actually made it happen?
hmm, I think here,
Well,
yeah, it was just the concern. Like the whole, I don't wanna, I know you need like, 10 to 20K. Well, I mean, obviously, that's actually a good question as well. And then say what you said, right? Which eliminates the concern and goes back into the money.
because it's not at the end of the day, it's not how much we have, it's more how resourceful we can be.
Yeah.
And
It's
as
not
a
about how
business,
much we have.
and in the way you're thinking, don't you want to be thinking like a more resourceful entrepreneur? Because if you can be resourceful right now, like what's to say once you do have that excessive liquidity and cash flow, where do you feel like you'll be?
Hmm. So basically identity shifting again.
Yeah. So if you know that if you can start thinking like that now, and you can get to a point where you don't have to be thinking about how to be resourceful, like what kind of steps do you feel like you need to take right here, right now, in order to set yourself up? That was a shit question,
Okay.
but I don't know what to say to that.
I know what you mean. Instead of going to logistics, just go for the identity planning and make them
Th-
sell themselves again.
That being said, like I like your approach, even without the context of how good the program is. It's more that they wanted to think about it because it's a lot of money. So like regardless of the program, like they say they believe in the program, whatever the guarantee is, they believe in the deliverables. It's more fear money.
Yeah. Okay. More for your money. And then obviously he said both. Oh, that's that duh. Both. He's scared of just spending the money.
Yeah. Where's that way of thinking coming from?
What do you mean?
Like you can just like, did you say that?
No, no, no. I'm saying like I'm the prospect. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, if we had to break it down for you to actually make sense and to make sure that you've actually got extra um, liquid cash flow to use for your rent and your furnishing, like what's actually stopping you from moving forward?
Um, just to think about it, to be honest, that's the only thing that's stopping me right now.
Of course, and look, by all means, like you can definitely think about it, but what's coming up in your head to make you want to think about?
Um, it's just, it's a big commitment. It's a lot of money. Not every day you're spending 6K. You know what I mean?
And of course, not every day you're making spending 6K. But just if money aside, based on what I've mentioned to you, like, does this make sense?
Yeah.
And why does it make sense to you?
Well, because, the one-on-one, the mentorships, the accountability, XYZ, that's why.
Okay, and with all that in place, do you actually feel like with our help, we can get you to your goals of 10K a month and quitting your job?
Yeah.
Why do you say that? You seem so confident.
Um, I suppose because the place and the testimonials, the systems in place, I feel like there's no way I can fail, especially with the right guidance and the right help.
Yeah, so knowing that if we had like a seven-figure entrepreneur giving you the one-on-ones like Kevin, showing you all his systems and structures in place, knowing that you can't get to your goals, like help me understand like what's coming up that's making you want to think about.
I guess it's just, I mean, it's just 6K, it's a lot of money.
Hmm. And look, appreciate where you're coming from. When you say 6K is a lot of money, like what are we like compared to what?
Well, I mean, with 6K, I could not worry about rent for the next 4 to 5 months.
As in your own rent or like the rent that you're going to be investing into the next unit? Like,
My
what do you
own,
mean?
my own rent, my own rent.
Your own rent. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, when it comes to finances, like, I can literally help you with that. So, when you say 6K is a lot of money towards your rent, is it because, like, if you did invest in the 6K, like, that's going to make you homeless, or you do have 6K, but we just need to find a more manageable way to break this down?
I, a more manageable way to break this down. But what
Okay.
our fix here is you didn't isolate the money.
Okay,
You
go
didn't
again.
say, you didn't isolate, like, you didn't say, well, so right now, obviously, you believe this can help you. So what do you say money is the only thing that's stopping you from actually making this change?
then you go with that question. Okay.
Yeah, but you need to isolate it because if not, this gonna be another concern, right? Now he'd be like, "Whoa." Even then, they'll probably still make up a concern, but you're isolating. So in their mind, money is the only thing stopping them, right?
Hmm.
Well, yeah, it's only money, which is a
Okay.
tricky
And
question because now you're gonna shit on them.
okay,
But
so
then,
then you want to
yeah,
say, I don't want money to be the thing stopping you from getting to your goals,
exactly.
which
Now,
is like a frame.
if you help them and they're getting shady, they make up another excuse. Now you know it's fear. You know what I mean? If it's like a random excuse, now it's fear because
Yeah.
they're trying to escape. They agreed with you just to escape the pressure. Like, yeah, it's definitely that. Yeah, yeah, that's why. Because they're giving themselves as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? To not do something about it. Okay, well, we'll help you out then. Now they're like, fuck, shit. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
It makes sense. I do want to try this magnesium thing because I'm quite curious in terms of how chill it'll make me because like even doing the role plays, like I don't know, there's something definitely wrong about me this month.
On the role plays, do you feel like your heart pumping a little extra? Like feels like a little sharp, a little bit.
It's more just
Like
uncertainty and just not believing in myself.
that. Yeah, I say try it out, man. I feel like you might be deficient on that or something, but it's definitely just the uncertainty. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, yeah. If anything, even then you could learn a little bit. You read Surrounded by Idiots. I feel like that book was so good. that helped me become emotionally smarter. But I'd say read that for the meantime while you I don't know, do something else as well. But yeah, I've never been this calm. Like now that we're talking about it, I see why people say shit. Like I'm like, oh, he's just trying to
Okay.
be a bitch, the pussy now.
Can
Once you
you?
understand this, you push. Like, okay, no, I'm not gonna help.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you be a pussy now.
Okay, sure. Do you mind if you just run down like from tangible outcome all the way down to from a complete ownership point of view, what's been slowing you down? I just want to get an understanding of your thought process. And
Okay,
I'll just play like yeah, I'll just play like a random prospect. I won't use my I'll just give you something random.
okay. Hey, can you hear me and see me okay?
Sure can.
Awesome, man. How's your day been so far?
Yeah, it's pretty good, thank you.
Hey, pretty good, Len. That's good to hear. Well, just to kind of get into it, well, the call today is very simple, right? We're gonna run down what we do, how we help you in Airbnb, and obviously all the good stuff, right? But before we do get into that, I do want to see what kind of person you are, how we can help you if we can. Now, if we can, we'll definitely go over all of that. But if we cannot, then I'll just point you to a better direction. Okay?
Sure.
All right, man. So yeah, did you see the resources that I sent you?
Yeah, they're really good, thank you.
Yeah, what did you like about them?
Yeah, just know like, it's a different way of approaching real estate. You don't need like 20%, just like need around 3 to 10K liquid cash. And if as long as your credit score is like 680, like which I do have, like you
Mm-hmm.
can start doing the arbitrage model, which is something that I'm like
Yeah.
to look to dive deeper in
Yeah.
today.
Wow. Okay. I mean, definitely seems like you've done your research, right? So, in terms of Airbnb, what exactly are you hoping to achieve with this personally?
Yeah, so there's a couple of steps. I don't want to rush into
Yeah.
it, but essentially, get my first property, see the proof of concept for me, and then start to scale. And once I scale, I want to leave my job and then do this full time.
Okay. So, since you obviously want to scale, make more money, and leave your job, what is it that you do for work right now?
Yeah, so I'm a project manager.
Wow. Okay. And how long you been doing that for, man?
Yeah, it's been 3 years.
3 years. Okay, not too shabby, still a rookie, right? But well, yeah, what's going on in your, project managing job? Because I hear you make good money. That's making you potentially get into Airbnb. Like, why not just stick to project managing and make more money or expand through there?
Yeah, I mean, doing it for the last 3 years is just like that typical response. Just I'm in the rat race, just clocking in
Yeah.
full-time hours, commute this an hour to work, an hour coming back home. I just don't like it.
But why? A lot of people don't mind that kind of life.
Yeah, I just saw Kevin's content and he looks like he's working out of the business, and I would love that kind of time freedom just to have more time to
Time.
spend with
Yeah.
my like family.
Wow. Okay. So how many hours are you working right now a week?
Honestly, it ranges from like 40 to 60. Sometimes I do weekend work.
Wow. Okay. And you have a family working that many hours?
Yeah.
How long have you been working these hours for? Since you started?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And for you to have more time, be there with your family, like what is that time taking you away from?
Say that again, sorry.
Yeah. So working 40, 60 hours a week, right? Not being able to have too much time with your family. Like, what is that time taking you away from?
It's just like time with my kids. They're like at the age where they can remember stuff. Like one's
How old are
10,
they?
one's 10, one's 12, and they're
Ooh.
always just hanging out with my partner. They're always wondering like why I'm like never home.
What? When was the last time they said that?
Like 2 days ago.
Dang. How did that make you feel?
Uh, yeah, I feel like I could spend more time with them.
Wow, okay. And how long have you been trying to solve this problem over years of not having too much time for your kids and your wife?
It's been something that I've been thinking about for the past year.
Past year, okay. Now, in that year, what have we done to be able to make more money, expand, have more time with our wife and our kids? What have we done?
Well, I try to go part-time, but that doesn't make any sense because that would just cut off my kind of pay in half, and that won't make sense because we're still paying off a mortgage, and as the kids are growing up, got to pay for schooling as well, so that's pretty expensive. And my wife also does part time, so that's the reason why I'm doing full time, so she can have a bit more time with the kids.
Well, obviously, part-time, full-time, all day, every week. Like that aside, like what exactly have you done exactly to, be in a better position to have more time?
Well, this is pretty much the first time I approach like this having this call and speaking to someone like you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what happened recently that made you want to have that switch and change? Because it has been a year.
Yeah, it's just gone to a point where like I feel um if I do like another year with project management, like the kids aren't getting any younger, sorry. So
Yeah.
um just need to figure out something to get my time back essentially.
Yeah. Okay. So at least for you, right? Obviously, kids are growing older. I mean, they're at a prime age, running around all over the place. I mean, what slowed you down before on trying something before?
Um, Nothing really. I just didn't know what was out there.
Phil, you're a project manager with a nice family, really high caliber man. You're telling me you haven't done nothing? Why?
Yeah, I just didn't know what was out there.
I mean, honestly, man, like that's not 100% your fault, right? Obviously, the new age, the Wi-Fi, the internet, all that cool stuff. But can I share with you a perspective?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, obviously, it's not 100% your fault, but whose problem is it to deal with in the end of the day, though?
It's mine.
Right. And knowing that it's your problem, right? Like coming from a more extreme ownership perspective, you know, internet aside, not knowing what was out there, like what really slowed you down within you, though?
Probably being more proactive.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not that there was nothing out there. I just wasn't confident in which business model to pursue.
Yeah, okay. So knowing that that's been the problem, right? I do want to appreciate your honesty, right? Because some people like to blame the wife, the dog, the sister, the brother, right? But at least you're aware that it wasn't that you knew that you didn't know there was nothing out there. You just didn't know what worked or not, right? So actually thinking about it, what is the way of thinking coming from actually?
I've just never done a business before.
Right. Okay. And why do it now then?
It just seems like the way to more financial freedom and more time freedom.
Well, I mean, true, right? But truthfully, it's always been like that, right? Like, I guess my question to you is like, what would happen if we keep having this, mindset of what if it doesn't work? Like, how much money will we keep losing? How much time will we keep losing?
A lot.
A lot, right? So, with that ownership perspective, like, how does it make you feel truthfully that it's been no one but yourself really slowing you down in terms of having that time extra for you and your family?
Yeah, a lot. Like I probably won't be making those memories with my kids, and yeah, time's pretty important for me.
Right. So, what do we need to do right here, right now? So the scarcity mindset isn't there no more, and you can start having that time with your kids.
Yeah, like what we need to do right now, if you can just show me what your systems and processes are, and I can make an informed decision in terms of how this would work for me.
Well, of course, man, I could show you all the good stuff, which I am gonna get to, but I'm talking more about you right here. Like, what do you need to start doing right now to get those results that you want once and for all?
Yeah, just need to do it.
Do it, right? So I already forgot the script actually. Hold on. It'd be what? It's the fucking accountability. So are you open to me to hold you at the higher standard, keep you accountable, and start making this money to have time with your family? Are you open for that level of accountability?
I mean, I think I can stay accountable. Um, I just need to take action.
Hmm. You can stay accountable, but you need to take action. Why do you say that?
Because I feel like I'm pretty like I can I'm pretty like if you tell me what to do, I just do it. I don't need anyone kind of reminding me what I need to do. I just feel like I just need to know how this kind of works and learn from like a coach that's been there before, and I just follow his processes.
Well, can I share with you a perspective then?
Yeah.
If that was true, then you would have already been doing this by yourself then, because there's a lot of information online. So what makes you say that?
Yeah, I just feel like the information online is pretty generic. I feel like if I work with someone that's kind of done it before, it'd be quite nuanced and they'll just tell me like what I can do right and what I'm doing wrong.
Mm. So in a sense of way, having the information and the direct from that person who's made it before give you those directions, right? So basically a roadmap. Correct me if I'm wrong though.
More like a mentor.
More like a mentor. Okay. So having that mentor in place, right? Like you said, you can keep yourself accountable, but I'm talking about extreme ownership perspective in terms of helping you get there. Are you willing to have that to be able to get that 20K a month goal and leave your job and have your family time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say we do have that mentorship, we have the resources going on. Like, how much do you want to start making in the next 6, 12 months with that in place to be able to have time with your family?
All right, let's pause there. Overall, like what I was focusing on is not what you were saying, it's more just the energy and just active listening and how
Yeah.
that relates to the next question. Um, I feel like you started off pretty strong. Um, yeah, I can tell like it's all coming from the front. Like Brian just I'm just trying to be more diligent with the feedback that I get. And Brian
Yeah.
just keeps saying if you just don't address the thing at the front, at the start, it just fucks up everything. So my example to you is the tangible outcome was there.
Yeah.
Like I was pretty straight up, like I want to I want to start small. I want to get my first property secured so I can still work with my job, but ultimately I want to like quit my job. Okay. Um, I want to quit my job and do this full time. So then you said, okay, what do you do for work? I said project management. And then yeah, you said how long you've been doing that for 3 years. Okay, but then I like how you comment, like you've been commenting and then asking the question to keep it conversational. So that wasn't a problem. It was more just being nitpicky. I think you said like, okay, like um I was waiting for you to say this, but you said something else, which I can't remember what you said. Uh I was waiting for you to hear like, okay, what have you seen as a project manager for the last 3 years that's made you want to consider quitting your job?
Yeah, I did forget that question. Yeah. Damn. Good
You
spot
said
though.
it in
That's
a
a good
different
spot.
way though, which I still gave you the pain point, which is like I can't spend more time with my family. You went a bit later in terms of who's in your family. And the question was a bit random when you said like, what's that taking you away from? So what Brian, you probably would have seen the recording, but you want to get the bit of context. And like, okay, so you working as a project manager, not having time with your family, like who's in your family? Partner, two kids. How old are the kids? 10 and 14. Okay. So I mean, then you can say like, okay, like what's working 60 hours as a project manager taking away from family time? And then they'll just say like, yeah, just they'll say something generic like, I'm not, I'm not, putting more, I'm not like dedicating those time for them. Look, yeah, I guess as a dad, like, how's that making you feel knowing that you have to pick and choose between work and family time?
Well, that's a good question, actually. Yeah. I said, Dad, how does it make you feel that you have to choose between work and family time? It sucks. Okay, that's a good impact question. What does that take away?
And um, there was a part that didn't land. It was more just like, what have you tried in the last, like, since you've been looking for this in the last year, like, what have you actually tried to get that? It's more the context, like what if you actually tried to actually spend more time with your family? And when I say nothing, okay, it's like, look, you seem pretty like you know what you want. You want more time with your family. I mean, when you say nothing, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why haven't you tried anything?
Okay, I like that more. That's more concern. More as a like a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like they just give you the answer like, yeah, I just didn't know what was out there. I mean, like, I can appreciate that. Look, I'm not too sure why you're saying that you're not too sure what's out there, but like, help me understand, like, what do you mean by you don't know what's out there? Just to clarify, I don't know if you did that.
I did. I'm starting to realize that once I'm confused, I genuinely am like, what? Like, what do you mean by that? Because one thing
Um,
I kept pressing was the family time. I kept saying that.
all right,
I was
so
like,
I want you to give me feedback now, okay?
okay,
All right, Pete, can you hear me and can you see me?
yes,
How's your day going?
pretty good.
Oh, great to hear. Great to hear. Did you have a chance at looking at the resources I sent over to you?
Yes.
Any takeaways of
Hold
anything?
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Start again. I need more energy in the beginning a little bit. Not that much energy, just a little bit more like I'm barely about to meet you, and it's like, why is the call so like, hey, you know what I mean?
So I can't pick that up. So when someone says that to me, I'm like, fuck, I need to change and calibrate into like, hey, can you hear me and see
No,
me?
just hey, what's up, man? How you doing today? Or hey, can you hear me and see me okay? Or hey, can you see me and hear me okay? Instead of hey, can you see me and hear me okay? That's how you say it. Just literally just a little bit more, like just in the beginning. That's it. Just in the beginning, a little bit, teensy bit, not like a shit ton.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Pete, can you hear me and see me okay?
Yeah,
Oh, how's the day going?
it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, great to hear. Did you have a chance to look at the resources I sent over to you?
Yeah, lower pitch on the bottom. Remember,
Okay.
as a closer at least.
All right, all right. Any takeaways of anything?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh, nice to hear. Nice to hear. Well, I'm glad you did your research because this call's pretty simple. I'll run you through how we approach things when it comes to the systems and processes we have when it comes to building an Airbnb arbitrage model. First things first is I just want to have an understanding of what you're looking for just to see if it aligns.
Okay,
If it makes sense to you, I can walk you through what it looks like at the end. But if it doesn't, the very least I can do is just point you in another direction and give you some advice by the end of the call.
okay,
Does that sound okay?
sounds cool.
Okay, so what are you hoping to get into? What are you hoping to achieve by setting up an Airbnb business model?
Yeah, just trying to honestly expand and make a pretty good company. You know what I mean?
Expand and sorry, what'd you say?
Expand and just, have a big company.
Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah, like just having multiple properties, bringing in some good cash, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you thinking that way, like, what are you hoping to achieve by having like a big portfolio though of properties?
For me, it's just honestly being able to make enough money and have a legacy, to be honest.
Okay, so when you say have enough money and make a legacy, what are you doing right now for work?
Well, right now, what I do for work is I am a accountant
Okay, and how long you been an accountant for?
for the past 4 years.
Okay, so yeah, accountant, that's pretty like steady job, honest work. I mean, the last 4 years as an accountant, like what have you seen that's made
I
you
want to
want
stop
to,
you real quick. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, most of your words are very high pitched.
okay, give me an example.
Like, yeah, man. So, how long have you been doing that for? 4 years. Wow. So what have you seen in your life that's making you, what have you seen in your job that's making you want to get into Airbnb? It's like you start off so high pitched, and then like at the very last word, you go down pitch. But it's like it sounds too people pleasing.
Fuck me, that sucks.
Yeah, that's what I get. If I was
Okay.
a prospect, I would definitely fucking. I'd be like, okay, like this guy has an agenda. Like, why is he being so nice?
Uh, well, I feel like that's what's been happening maybe this month.
Yeah, I think so. Like back then when you were a little bit more down pitched, more stern, people actually talked to you and they respected you if you noticed that.
Hmm. Damn it. There must be
So I need
something
you to.
going on in my life that I'm trying to fucking do because maybe it is sales or maybe it's something else. I just don't know what it is.
Uh, um, I think it's just confidence.
I feel like that could be a big reason, especially if I've got no closes this month. I'm just like, hey, give me some money, please.
Yeah, that's whenever that happens that you become more people pleasing because you're trying to just really save a deal and make a deal happen. But instead, like that's the whole detachment part. Like if you
Yeah.
didn't care, you'd be like, "Hey, what's up, Pete? How you doing today?"
All right,
Instead
let's
of
try
being
that
like,
again. Let's try that again.
"Okay,
Let's try that again. Hey, Pete, can you hear me and see me okay?
yeah,
Awesome. How's your day going?
pretty good."
Did you have a chance to have a look at the resources I sent over to you?
Why do you keep the high pitch? I want you to just, huh? It's just how
Where
you
was
end
it?
it. It
At the
was a
end.
stay. Did you see the resources that I sent over to you? Like that's how you said it.
Oh, fuck.
Did you go over in the resources that I sent over to you?
All right, let's start again. Let's start again.
All right.
All right. Hey, Pete, can you hear me and see me okay?
Yeah,
How's your day going?
pretty good.
Did you have a chance to have a look at the resources I sent over to you?
Yeah.
Any takeaways of anything?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. I liked it.
What'd you like about it?
Yeah, just like the resources, the way the testimonials, and just the overall help that it gave me as well for personal reasons. That's why.
Oh, cool, cool. So the way these calls work is super simple. I just want to get an understanding of what it looks like to you. I can run down how our systems and processes work with Airbnb arbitrage model. But the most important thing is I just want to get an understanding of where you're at, just to see how it aligns. If it does make sense, I can walk you through the processes of how this all would work. But if it doesn't make sense to you, the least I can do is just point you in another direction by the end of the call. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So what are you hoping to achieve by getting into Airbnb in the first place?
All right, stop there. That was better, but I need you to smile as well in the beginning.
Okay.
How can you smile while having a downward pitch? It'd be like this. Hey, can you hear me and see me okay? Awesome, man. How was your day so far? There you go. Instead of being like, hey, how are you doing today? Or instead of being like, hey, how are you doing today?
All right.
You see what I mean? And one thing I'm noticing is I feel like you're talking before thinking.
I am.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay.
I need you to think like the mirror. When you're talking, think of it as you're the fucking mirror. You're like the script, you know how it has like little webs? Think like that.
Mm.
Open.
All right. So I just have to go back to reading the script over and over and over again.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you need to do. Just go like have that in your head. So now the script isn't taking your brain space. Now anxiousness isn't taking your brain space. The
Yeah.
only thing that's taking your brain space is body language and how you're saying it.
All
Body
right.
language as to them. If you could just muscle memory how to move, what to say, that will become out of the picture as well. Now
Mm.
you're only focused on how to say it, when to say it, and how the prospect is the acting. Instead of trying to juggle everything at once. You know what I mean? Now you have a few things left to do.
All right. I'll do that now then, because there's like
Huh?
no point role. There's no point role playing. if I'm still doing the same shit.
There is a point. Just do it better the next role play. So let's go again.
All right, cool,
See,
cool.
this is very negative. Very negative energy, Phil.
I was just gonna say, like, I was gonna do like read the script over and over again.
That too, but that doesn't mean that you cannot just pull it up right now and read it while you're saying it. That's the least we could do right now.
All right, all right. So, Pete, can you hear me and see me? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. How's your day going?
So far so good.
Great to hear, buddy. So essentially how these calls work is just for me to understand like what you're essentially looking for when it comes to an Airbnb business model. I can show you how our systems and processes work for most of our students, okay? But the most important thing is just for me to understand what you're exactly looking for, just to see if it aligns. If it doesn't, the very least I can do is point you in another direction. How's that sound?
Bro, you sound way better at reading a script. So it narrows down, yeah, you just need to learn the script again.
I just, all right, whatever.
That sounded really good, genuinely. The smile was perfect, actually.
That
It was
sounded so,
downward.
okay, fuck me. That sounded so, that just felt so weird.
It felt weird because you're going word by word because you feel scripted. But trust me, bro, the prospect doesn't know. As long as you know how to say it right.
All right.
You're
Damn.
just your mind is contradicting your mind. Like, nah, you
Yeah.
can't say it like that. Nah, don't do that. Nah. And it's like, just do. Instead of focusing on what not to do, focus on what to do.
Mm, yeah.
You know? Like, hey, can you hear me and see me okay?
Yeah, I can hear and see you, okay.
Awesome, man. How's your day been so far?
Yeah, it's good.
Awesome. Good to hear. How did you go with the resources that I sent to you?
Yeah, it's very informative.
Yeah. In what way? How did it help?
Yeah, just everything when it comes to just credit scores and liquidity and how to get
Yeah.
your first property.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear. Right. Well, just to give you a baseline on how these calls goes, is we're gonna go over how what systems we do, how we help, and what we put in place. But before we do get into all the juicy stuff, I do want to see if this could be an alignment for you and me. Okay? Now, if it does, we'll talk over how that looks like. If it doesn't, I'll point you into another direction. Sound fair?
Yes, sir.
Sounds cool. So, what are you trying to achieve by starting your Airbnb business? What?
Um, yeah, just want to get to quit my job.
Quit your job? What do you do for work?
Um, yeah, I work as a chef.
A chef. How long you been a chef for?
I've been a chef for like 5 years.
It's been 5 years. Okay. Well, what has you looking to quit your job after 5 years of being a chef?
I don't like being a chef.
Why not?
It's too hard.
Then how come you did it for 5 years?
Gonna get into uni.
Really? What happened there?
Um, just didn't do well at school, so couldn't get a good score to get into university.
Got it. Okay. So how come, you're looking to get into Airbnb potentially instead of just getting a different job then?
Well, I just saw Kevin's ad and he did like 1 million in revenue in March, and I was just like, if he can do it, then why can't I do it?
Right. Okay. See, just curious, and I'm just chopping everything down as well. And yeah, I feel like what you need to do, there you go. I know what you need to do. Perfect. Okay. So, okay, where it helps. Just read the script, but don't just read it to remember it. Read it and say a certain way how you want to say it. Make it just your muscle memory. That's all you need to do. Make it a muscle fucking memory.
Okay.
So once you're going through it, put effort into reading it. So in the beginning, even record it. But this is what I was doing yesterday. I was reading the script while recording myself, and I was acting like I was genuinely RPing with the prospect. I'd watch the RP, and I'd be the prospect, answering the same questions that I was answering myself in the head.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
Do that, because like I'm saying, you have everything else. It's just the fundamentals right now, which is not a bad thing. That's the easiest. I,
Yeah.
I did that, and in 2 days, I'm back to normal. Genuinely,
All
two
right.
days. I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hate going backwards. Like, I don't know how to make me not think that I'm going backwards, but I feel like I'm going backwards.
Think of it as obviously do think like, damn, I am going backwards, but don't dread it about. I'm telling you, just put in the work and let the money come, right? So just literally read the script, say it to yourself, record it. How do you want to say it? While you practice your fucking tonality. Now that everything else comes, because whenever we're RPing and you're giving me advice, you come up with a really good sequence. But you know what your problem is? You don't know how to get through the first 5 minutes. That's your problem. But you know how to get through the other 5 minutes. Just
Yeah,
like,
so
what the
this is
fuck?
my problem. Like, I'm connecting like my feedback to you to my performance in the sales call. I'm like, why the fuck can I not do that? And
The
you're
first five
probably right. It's
minutes?
probably the fundamentals. Like, the
Yeah, it's
fundamentals are
just
different to actually giving you genuine advice outside of a sales call.
yeah, because you're really good at the after the first 5 minutes. You're good after that. But what's good not being good in the first 5 minutes if they're not gonna open up to you because you fucked up the first 5 minutes?
So it's just like
Does that make sense?
it was more like, hey P, can you hear me and see me? Oh, that shit.
Literally just what did Brian didn't Brian tell you the same fucking thing? Even Brian told you that.
Yeah, he did.
It's just the first 5 minutes. Like and I'm telling you, hey, can you hear me and see me okay? First concern, downward pitch. Yes. Awesome, man. How are you doing today? That's it. Something so simple. And you keep practicing that until you like it. And think, how would the prospect think of me as? And obviously stop with the whole, hey, how are you doing today? Back then you actually had a downward pitch. Now you have an upward pitch. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Oh, fucking hell, man. I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this. I don't know why, like, okay, one, maybe I'm not taking the feedback properly because when they say change, I'm like, okay, I will change. And then you're like, why did you change it that way? I'm like, didn't you tell me to change it that way? I feel like I sound less robotic. Now you don't sound, you don't sound robotic. You sound like a people pleaser. Or you sound too high pitched now. Or at least you don't sound like
Yeah,
a robot. Now you sound like a people pleaser.
yeah,
Go back down.
yeah, yeah. But like what June says, it's better to bring it back down than trying to bring it back up. You know what I mean? So just with that, like I said, the high pitch that was my fault. That's more for like cold calling. But at least in here,
No, no,
just
it's not
have
your fault. It's not your fault. It's just me just trying to adapt to it.
yeah, of course. But still, I mean, I'll still blame myself here. But yeah, it's just as a closing call, they see you. You know, the more I think about it, like I was RPing with myself, basically the recording, and I was smiling, like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" And I caught myself smiling at myself because I'm like, "Damn, the physiology is literally so psychology."
What's wrong with
Because
that
why are you
then?
so happy? Huh?
What's so wrong about smiling at the start?
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Okay,
But
sure.
imagine if you're not, how are they gonna enter the call?
Yeah,
Does
you're
that make
right.
sense?
Yeah.
Exactly. But then you're too people pleasing. How are they gonna come into it? Oh, you want an agenda. Now instead you tone that down. Now you're smiling with the downward pitch. Now you sound normal.
Mm,
Now you're trying to present yourself. There's nothing wrong with smiling. Just don't overdo it. Hey, can you hear me and see me okay? Yeah. Awesome, man. How's your day? How's your day going today? Oh, it's going pretty good. How about yours? Ah, you know how they say, staying out of trouble, right? But yeah, how did you see the resources that I sent to you on your email? Oh, pretty cool. What would you like about them, man? See, look at that. I did.
yeah. Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Nope, got to put it in action.
Yeah, just I'm telling you, this comes from VNB. VNV dialing and doing all that isn't gonna get your results right now. It's
No
you
shit.
reaffirming yourself right now,
Say
which
that again.
is you reaffirming yourself, which you refurbishing yourself, I guess. Review your own calls. First, practice the script while recording yourself, hearing yourself out, saying it the way you need to say it. Do
Yeah.
that for at least an hour and a half. Then review your sales call with that lady and see where the fuck you fucked up with your tonality and what question you fucked up with. And boom, that's it.
Yeah.
Don't,
It is supposed to be easy. I'm just making it hard for
yeah,
myself.
you are. And instead of looking at the call like, oh, like I fucked it, be like, okay, what can I do better next time? That's it. Just change that perspective again, right? So that like, it's so good to see that I know where the bottleneck is right now. So it's just that. It's so easy.
Hmm.
You're getting two birds, one stone, tonality, script, and you know three birds and certainty because now you know what you need to say and what you're asking for.
Hmm.
Tonality, script, certainty.
Hmm.
Just by doing that for an hour and a half. You go for two. I'd say go for fucking two. Fucking. It's gonna be boring because of our brain rot brain. But just the minute you get an urge, put it down, take a little break, remember why you're doing this, get back to it. Boom.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
easy. That easy. I'm telling you.
All right.
Go do that right now.
All right. I will do that right now. I got an
All
hour
right.
to another call. The call's with a high school student.
Fuck it. Do the script. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
do it 5 minutes before the call. Prepare yourself. Like, all right, I might not close this guy, but let's see what I got now. Maybe you'll close him because of that, actually. Instead of thinking, how am I going to close him? No. How can I get better? There you go.
Well, that's a good mindset to have because I don't do that.
You just want to close.
Yeah, I just want to
And
fucking
hi. And then what
close
happens?
like a fucking
Hey,
shark.
like, hey, Phil, how are you doing today?
Yeah,
That's what happens. Instead of trusting your process and doing what you're supposed to do.
shit. You're right.
It's
That's so
that
right.
easy.
That's so right.
You see how
I want
easy
to
that is?
close and then I just get scared straight away. That's pretty much.
Exactly. And then the people pleasing tendencies come in. Now you can't ask the good actual questions that you're supposed to ask. Now the sale is gone. And now you're extra depressed on why the fuck didn't I close them. But instead, you have the perspective of being better that after the call, you're gonna be like, okay, why didn't I close them? Where did I fuck up? You read it, you did everything good. Okay, we just broke. What could have I done to help him? Why didn't I sniff it out? I knew he was broke, and I knew he wasn't gonna close. But what could I do better anyways? You know what I mean? That's the whole partnership mentality. Just see what the fuck. Go back to the basics, which is fuck the money right now. The money will come. How can you be better? That's all. It is
Hmm.
a quite a shift because we do care about the money because it's been a minute. But just do your best to stick to that.
Okay. Seems like you've got this down pat because your mindset's pretty like locked in now without looking to help instead of screw the money because you know it's gonna come.
Yeah, it's gonna come. You know what I mean? If you put in the work, you become better. I was thinking about it. Like, if you get so good, why would the money not come?
Yeah. The other thing is, fuck, like I've fucked up my whole entire process. I still do jujitsu, but I've been skipping
Yeah.
the gym for the last 2 weeks. I don't know if that does anything
Yeah.
physiology.
Um,
I do push-ups, but
physiology.
obviously that's not the same as going to the gym for 45 minutes. That's the thing that's changed. That's been dramatic.
I'd
I did it
say
based on I think Brian was like, yeah, I just sacrificed gym for like a long time. I knew I was going to get back into it, but maybe you might have to put more time into sales. And clearly that is not fucking helping for me. So that's advice that helps someone else, but for me, I probably need the gym.
you probably do because you're used to it.
You still gymming, right?
Yeah.
You
I
doing
just went
MMA?
yesterday. MMA, no. I'm doing MMA after money's coming in. MMA was too expensive for me right now.
Hmm.
But once it comes in, I can't wait. I love MMA. It made me feel mentally stronger and just mentally good overall. Because I'm like, I could just beat your ass up. I don't give a fuck. Last resort, I got a gun too. I'm in America, bitch. See, like, what the fuck? I care.
Wait, are you
Right?
talking to me or just anyone?
No, no, not you. Every like that's how my mentality was.
Wait, say that again.
that I feel stronger and it's better because I know I could beat somebody's ass, and I'm in America. I have a gun as well for last resorts. So
That's
what's gonna happen now?
yep, yep. Fundamentals. Fucking fundamentals. And the thing is, like, it's supposed to be that easy because there's 20-year-olds, they're driving based on hunger. They want it more than me, hence why they've gotten further than me.
Exactly, and um, the thing that made me realize that even now is whenever you said the whole like the role play, you were like, "Well, I didn't know what was out there." Truthfully, my mindset was like, "Bro, there's fucking Mexicans who didn't know what there was out there and they still made fucking money." That's
You
literally what
should have
happened.
just
First
said
thing
you
I
should have
thought.
just said that.
You think so? Well, like truthfully, man, can I share with your perspective? Like I'm Mexican. My parents had nothing when they came here, yet they made an empire not knowing what to do. So that aside, like what really
No,
has
no, no,
slowed
no.
me down?
You didn't say that.
Oh,
You say if my parents came out from Mexico and they made it happen, are you telling me
why
as a
can't you?
project, are you telling me as a project manager for the last year, you didn't know what was out there?
That's better. I like that. Yeah. You're telling me as a project manager. Oh yeah, because you're jerking their ego off again, basically.
Yeah.
You're like, you're telling me as a project manager, you didn't know what was out there for the past year. No. What? Why? What slowed you down from actually finding what was good out there? Well, I just didn't know. And then you go over the whole 100% sequence. Because
No,
now
no,
they're
no,
still
no, no.
externalizing it.
That is the thing. They've hidden it still as complacency, but you don't want to bring it out too yet because you don't want to be a shark. Okay, so look, what that actually costed you and your family? You just get to the next question because you know you have to come back to it.
Mm.
It's costed me time with my kids and like time with the family. Okay, so like okay, glad we're on this call, we're trying to figure this out. Like, what actually happens if you don't overcome this though?
Staying in the same spot and work these long hours.
So yeah, coming from like a responsibility, um, coming from a responsibility perspective, knowing that it's costed you this amount with your kids and you're just gonna stay the same if nothing happens, like what's really slowed you down within you though?
Okay, that's good. I like see what I say, how you know more of the 5 minutes after instead of the first 5 minutes. That's what I said. You're doing good. It's just fundamental. I'm just putting that in there to give you hope because I mean, it's just the first 5 minutes. That's all it is.
Yeah, fuck me. Fuck. I don't swear, but I only swear when like this pisses me off.
Fuck me. But yeah, good. Like I told you, good thing. Like I said, you have it in you. It's just the first 5 minutes, and you know how important the first 5 minutes are. It's super important.
Yeah.
It's okay, Phil. It happens.
Ah, dude, I really want to like fucking get rich so I can see you and like be like, fuck, we finally fucking did it. We fucking did it. Fuck, that took a while. But we fucking did it.
That took forever, bro. Oh my gosh. Dead ass. You have no idea how bad. I want to invite you to my fucking my condo at this point. I want a condo, low key. They're so nice. Go to an Australian condo and then just fucking do something over there. I don't know, fight kangaroos, some shit. Eat them, fuck them. But just the first 5 minutes. And I promise you this, Phil. Once we get this sales shit done, we know how systems work. What we need to do better. The next thing is why we need to run a company. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. We do not want to be
Th-
fucking complacent and just be settling with 20K. We'd be like, fuck,
That's
this was so
nothing.
fucking painful. Do not waste this opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think about it, I'm like, bro, I'm struggling to make 10K a month, and even then, it's not even a lot. That's what pisses me off. It's not a lot. Think about that. So make sure you remember that. I'm out here complaining about making 10K a month, and it's not even a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I feel like if we do make this happen, we just need a lean team. We don't need to like scale. We just need A plus players.
Yeah, but
We
that's the
need
hard
someone
part,
who's
though.
legit just hungry. What? Hungry and doesn't want to leave us in like once they hit 20K.
Exactly, right? But yeah, that's what I want you to think as a partner, tying up any small ends, any loose ends. If you can do that to your with somebody's business, imagine if we both become that mindset into our own business.
That'd be crazy.
There's no reason to fail. Like now we can we now we have all these distractions of, oh, we have to train this that goes out the
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
You don't have a job. Now we have time for sales and then our
yeah,
business.
yeah. The next step would be to buy a program into AI, understand how it works, and then just
I feel like a AI program and offer program in terms of having a good connection of fucking killers, so we can have the first offers there. You know what I mean? Those two.
yeah,
I feel first the offer and then the AI, just so we have a secure pipeline on what to do next if that happens. You know what I mean? Just giving
yeah.
you
So we can
like
actually
a bid
help
rate.
the people in the offer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then go into AI, do that on the side while we're taking calls. Now our mindset is gonna be so secure because now we're still doing two things at the same time. There's no reason to fail. It's just drilling and having this in the back of their head. Like Matt Ryder said, he trains sales one hour a week,
when
and
he
he's
started
fucking good.
or right now.
Well, right now,
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
you know what I mean? Like it's just like muscles. Once you have it there, you can just go up to keep them, but you don't need to keep going so hard. Obviously, you can, but there's money wasted there because sales is one to one instead of one to all. But yeah,
No, that's good. Yeah, fuck.
get some
We need.
magnesium in your system. That's the first step too.
Well, I'm gonna go to the pharmacy and get something.
Yeah, get it. I'd say they genuinely get it. It helps me.
What's the
I'm so
dosage?
calm. Mine's is 500 milligrams.
And that's one tablet per day.
One tablet. Well, I do it every now and then. For me, the effect stays for the next 3 days.
So what's the dosage then per week or per day for you?
Per day, probably, I say per week, probably like, so far I'm barely at 1,000 so
So
far for the
two
week.
a week.
Yeah, I said
Okay.
2 to 3. Like the food that you eat is probably already really good on it, but us caffeine, cells, stress, sleeping shitty, it just drains our magnesium like crazy. It's like a V12 engine running on fucking shitty fuel. Of course, we're gonna be all like fucking nervous and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Should I
But
also
yeah,
quit this Chinese offer as well?
I mean,
I mean, like they're not gonna
Brian did
fight.
give
I
you
don't
that
see them.
suggestion, right? I remember
What?
Brian gave you that suggestion. You should quit it.
No, he said quit the fitness offer.
Oh, fitness. Okay.
But the thing is, like, they're not
Make,
gonna fire me because then if they fire me, they've only got one closer left because one's already left. So there's only me and the other guy.
what you could do is try to get some leads.
Get some leads,
Try to
yeah.
see who needs help. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I would do. Do they have like a list of people who opted in for something or YouTube videos?
Yeah, but I've also got a massive list on my WhatsApp of people who wanted to follow up and who didn't sell. So I've been not consistent, but I'm just like sometimes be like, hey, do you still need help? But no one replies.
Worth a shot. If it can give you more money, why not try
Yeah.
it? Right. So do that for the meantime. Quit your fitness one, which gladly you are, and find a different offer. And then it's time to make money. There's a reason why Brian is making 16K a month fucking consistently, right? Why can we not?
Yeah, well, it's proven that people are making so much money. You said that there's a guy doing 80K. Like, what the fuck?
Right, 80 fucking K. That's 80 fucking K, bro. 80, he probably did like around 600K in revenue. Maybe like 500K.
Yeah.
That's
I
around
mean,
50 deals. No, I don't even know. That's a lot of deals.
That's the thing, like you just be like, fuck the money. Like I need to do this again because I can't be complacent.
Yeah. And then the money goes aside. You focus on what's important, which is your skills. The
Yeah.
money comes, right?
Yeah. Okay, okay. I think on a spiritual level, like again, I'm still trying to figure out this Christianity thing, but I feel like what God is telling me is like, dude, if you cannot figure this out from a money point of view, you're gonna blow it when you hit 80K. Not even you're not gonna hit 80K. You think you're that good, you're gonna blow when you hit 20K. So like shut the fuck up because once if you do hit 20K, you're not gonna fix the problem because you're gonna spend the money. So just fix the problem now because if you can't fix the problem now, you're gonna spend the 20K recklessly.
Yeah. Biggest thing is to start acting like you already are 20K a month closer. That's it.
Yeah. He wouldn't be spending the whole entire money. He wouldn't be thinking about money.
Yeah. He wouldn't think about money.
He'd be thinking about
He
money in a
knows it's
different way.
coming. He knows it's coming because his skills have told him so. So why would
Yeah.
he worry about that?
He wouldn't
But yeah.
be
But what's up? I cannot hear you.
he wouldn't be desperate as well.
You don't want to be, or you want to be?
They wouldn't be desperate.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't be desperate.
The
They
thing
know
that
the
would be
system.
desperate about is how can I get even better? And even that, there wouldn't be like a desperate mindset. It'd be just like, okay, just need to get better.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the area, but right now we gotta refine everything. Everything has to be tightened up, and then just keep going from there,
Okay.
and just make money. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get some magnesium. Um, what are you gonna do moving forward?
Right now, today is I'm probably gonna hit the gym in a bit, but I'm gonna stretch right now because my neck is fucking killing me. Um, Probably just gonna go over some resources for my offer, and yeah, for
You
the
know what I
meantime.
think is a good idea?
Hey,
Write the script, but formulate it in an Airbnb offer. That way you're already ready. You're like
okay,
a
I was
week
thinking that.
you're like a
Yeah.
week you're a week ahead as if you're gonna take calls tomorrow. Like if I'm gonna take a call tomorrow, how do I prepare myself if you're gonna
Okay,
take calls
beautiful.
next week?
I'm gonna do that then. Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
That way you're like,
I'll write
okay,
that shit down.
I'll just warm myself up. I'll take 7 days to warm myself up if my first call's in a week.
Yeah, and then just get ready. Start. Yeah, beautiful. All right, thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm doing right now. Because I'm not taking any calls. I'll just get ready until I do take a call.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. All right. But yeah, just there you go. At least every day our calls are very productive. At least.
Yeah, and look, the only one in Simply Clothes that's killing it above us is Sandy. No one else is. Everyone is pretty much
Her.
like we're almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah. I mean, look at fucking June's WhatsApp. I'm pretty sure a lot of them gave up
Pretty quick, right? Same as Simply
very
Clothes. It's the
quickly.
pattern is the same. We're still here when it was Simply Clothes. It's the same shit.
But it's just who can keep going, and that's us, Phil. But we gotta do it fast. Not fast, but you know what I mean. We gotta just drill. Fuck the excuses. In the more ownership perspective, what's slowing us down? Us, right? Which is us waiting for something to happen. So what can we do? Take control. How? By putting the control in what we can do right now, right? Boom, done. If you think about that, you could close. Honest, like, damn, I've done it before. I know why people give up, but I'm not giving up.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have to write on. Like why aren't you doing this? Why are you making me do this? Well, I see how people go through all this, and a lot of people just don't take it seriously. But it's not about me. It's like how seriously do you want to take this?
Well, can you give like an analogy? Well, can I give you an analogy for that question? Well, have you ever noticed how most people who are the best at fitness or mobility or stretching that they train others? Do you know why that is?
No.
Why? Because they already hit a certain limit, and that's where we're at, right? I'm not to toot our own horn here, but we're at that level that we could teach others, right? So for you personally, like, why do you want to learn this then? There you
Hmm.
go.
Yeah.
Always, like I said, just say it with confidence. But I'll see you later. I'm gonna go do some stuff right now, all right, man?
Thanks again for everything. We got this.
We got this. Come on, Phil. I
That's,
expect the same feedback if I ever feel down, all right?
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right, stay safe.
All right, see ya.